Yes, I know. A video that's not has-been related. I know. Shocker. But, I just got something pretty interesting today, and I wanted to do a little extra video about it that was not related to Has-Been Hotel. So, don't worry, the Has-Been content will come back in full force tomorrow. But for now, I want to talk about this because I found this interesting little thing while scrolling through Amazon that I just happened to find today. In Walmart. This is the Flip Edition Monopoly, obviously themed after Fortnite. I found this interesting because it has this gimmick where you can flip the board tiles and see hazards, or at least according to the box. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at it together. We'll start with the box, as always. It's a very nice box. It's small, has some nice illustrations on there. You get a free cosmetic when you buy it too, which is pretty nice. Then 13 plus, because it is Fortnite, and this is a bit more complicated than your normal Monopoly. Fortnite logo, the little sticker down here to show that it's not a bootleg. Then you have this side, this side, this side, and that side. And you have the back. You get a peek at the cool little figurines they have in there. Obviously one for each character that's on the box. And that's pretty much it. So, yeah, I mean, already the box looks really interesting because it has a design where you can just cut the tape, pop it open, and there you go. So, yeah, I'm excited to dive into this. I'm going to try to make this quick. So, without further ado, let's dive in to Flip Edition Monopoly. Also, just to make this clear, this is an unboxing, not a review, okay? Alright, let's get into it. Alright, I apologize for the weird videography, but unfortunately I don't really have a tripod on me right now, so you're going to have to cut me a little bit of slack. So, we're going over the box. Let's go ahead and open it. It's just one simple little piece of tape you cut down there. And then it just opens up. And you have your instruction booklet. It's nice and colorful. Tells you pretty much everything about the game, which I'll figure out later. Like I said, unboxing, not review. Okay. Then you have your cards here that are held up by pieces of paper. They look like pretty colorful cards, so that's pretty neat. So there's the cards. And this little thing here must have the game pieces. I'll go ahead and open this. Oh, nope, those are not game pieces. Not exactly sure what these blue things are. I'll have to look in the instruction manual and figure that out, but yeah, you got a whole bunch of blue pieces. I assume they're like railings for the board or something. So we'll set those off to the side. So what was down there? Move this really fancy, nice piece of cardboard. Like, they really went all in with the presentation on this one. It's actually really nice. So take that off. Then we have some stickers for a die. Yeah, you gotta put stickers on the dice. And then you have your piece of dice right here. I assume this is like a special item dice or something. Sonic, the Monopoly gamer Sonic, has something very similar. So this isn't anything new to me. Moving that to the side. You do get one nice little dark blue normal die. Normal six-sided die. Fortunately, it's not translucent, but that's okay. I think it's still pretty cool. And then you have your little figurines of the 4 characters. You have this guy, I apologize, I'm not super versed in Fortnite lore, so I don't remember all these people's names. So here's the normal guy. We have pink for the girl. The box can stop trying to close itself. You have pink for the girl right there. And then you have yellow for the other girl right there. And then for the weird hedgehog tree thing, you obviously have a green one. These are actually pretty nice little miniatures. So, yep, there we go. And then we have the board. We'll take a closer look at that later. Right now I'm just showing everything that you're going to see when you first open the box. And then after we finish all this, then I will do all this stuff off camera and set it up and show you how it looks. So here's your flip tiles. One side has hazards and walls, and then the other side has locations. These are the gimmick of the game. You can flip and hit people with hazards. And then there's some more right here. There is a lot of these. You get 3 sheets of these, and they're pretty easy to get out of there. You just pop them out pretty easily. Just little cardboard tabs, so it shouldn't be too hard. And then this last one only has 2. So in total, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get 8. In total, you get 8 flip tiles. And then you have, I assume, what's supposed to be your HP, as the game calls it. You get a huge sheet of these. Like that. Huge sheet of them. And then at the bottom here, unfortunately it's a little warped because of the box, but then you have your, I believe these are like character cards or something like that. It's not 100% clear what these are. Like I said, I still need to read the instructions. But, yeah, that's everything you get in the box. So, now I'm gonna do a little bit of reading, get all this stuff. Please ignore the background. I'm gonna take a minute, and then through the magic power editing, you're gonna skip forward at least a couple hours as I figure all this out. And we will be back with the end result. See you in a bit. Alright, so this is what it looks like when it's all set up and ready to go. The 13 plus thing might be because it takes forever to set up. Like, it takes a long time to set all this up. Like, those blue things I thought were guardrails are actually bars that you attach to the punch outs of all the locations so you can, flip them on the board. Then you have your chess cards, your game mode cards. Then you have to put down the cards with every single property on the actual floor in front of the board, which is completely unlike normal Monopoly. Then you have these inventory cards right here. You have a reference card to help keep track of everything. You start with 15 HP per player. Then you have your dice here. As you can see, yes, the action dice are stickers. That's how you put them on there. Well, you can actually put them on there however you want. I just try to do it in a way that seems ambidextrous. Then you have all your characters on the go space. And yeah, this is pretty much how it all looks set up. It's a lot of effort for a $25 game, if you ask me. Like, that, this is a lot of effort. I was legit not expecting them to be this detailed. So, as you can see, over here, we have the instructions. Instead of trying to play around with the game immediately and just trying to figure it out, instead, I'm going to read off these instructions with you, so you can get a basic idea of how this game plays, because it is a decent bit different from normal Monopoly. So, let's discuss it together, shall we? And like I said, this is not a review, it's just an unboxing, and I want to give you guys some extra information to help whether or not sway you into buying this or telling you to stay away from it. Depends. Alright, so what's different about Flip Edition? First, of course, you have the Flip Island tiles. At the start of the game, you attach 8 island tiles to the to the game board. Each tile has 2 locations on it, separated by a flip space. When someone lands on a flip space, they must flip the tile. If the locations are face up when the tile is flipped, those locations will turn face down to reveal a wall, a cozy campfire, or a damage trap on the reverse side of the tile. Then, if someone lands on that flip space again, they must flip its tile back to the locations they were face up. So, for example, I'll just show a quick little example. Let's say I roll a 2, right? Let's say I roll a 2 and I land here. I'll be the Federation guy. I believe that's his name, the Federation guy. So I roll a 2. I'm on the flip space. So what I have to do is I take my guy off the space. You flip the board around, and you can see if I roll a 1, I can have 1 HP from the fire. And then if someone behind me rolls a 1, they land on the hazard. And what's more interesting about this is that the only way to flip the tile back around is if someone lands on the flip space again. So let's say for a second, roll a dice here. 4, okay? I roll a 4. Okay, I'm not going to flip that tile because this is just a demonstration. Okay, now let's take the dice, and let's say I roll a 1, okay? So that means the next character up, which would be this one, the yellow one, lands here. That means it's a -2, they have to pay 2 health to the bank. It doesn't go to a player, it goes to there. And you can also still buy locations if it's still flipped on the location side. So, let's say for another example, I roll another 2. Well, I roll a 2 with this character. I don't roll a 1, I roll a 2. I land here. So then I just flip that space again, like this. And now you can buy the property if you land on it again. Like, let's say, for the next turn, we'll go with Mr. Weird Hedgehog Tree Guy. Let's say he rolls a 3, right? So 1, 2, 3. He lands on Conquer Speedway. He can pay 1 of his HP to buy this property. And then once he buys the property, then whoever lands on that from here on in pays him, well, has to pay HP to the bank. Because the only way to get actual HP for your player is when you roll your action die and you get the med mist. So, apologize for the hair on there, but yeah, that's what that is. That's med mist. So, that's the only way that you're able to get more HP yourself, is to get that when you roll your action dice. Okay, so back to the instructions now. Build your loadout. As well as choosing your character at the start, you'll also choose a loadout card. Each card has 1 permanent item on it, which might allow you to do things like reroll or move differently, or force another player to pay you or the bank. You can store loot chest items on your loadout card and use them to attack or heal. So that means some of these have more than one use, multi-use cards, and then other ones you can only use once. When you pick your loadout, you can pick between either of the 4 before you start. It's not specific to the character. You do have 1 permanent item. In this case, it is the Adventure Pack. I apologize for the glare. There we go, Adventure Pack. You may store up to 3 loot chest items instead of the standard 2. That means this person gets to have 1 extra item, whereas everyone else still has to have 2. However, if I go to this one, I apologize for using my feet, I don't have a second hand. And they pick the Plasma Spike. If you are in the same space as another player, they pay 5 to the bank. So for example, let's say that the yellow character rolls a 1 on the next space, and if that character is there, that person, that player, has to immediately pay 5 of their HP to the bank, which is a pretty heavy penalty if you strategize and know how to use it correctly. So, yeah, it's very, very in-depth. Then we go to the health points, which, like I said, it's just well, I haven't actually said it. HP is just a replacement for money. Like, for example, you have money in Royal Monopoly. In Monopoly Gamer, you have Sonic the Hedgehog rings. And in Fortnite Monopoly, you have HP. You earn HP by rolling med mist, by landing on a cozy campfire, or by using certain loot chest items. Okay, so that also means that if you land on a campfire space when you flip the board, then you can also get med mist. But those are the only 2 ways to get it, outside of loot chests, which I believe take the spot of the chance cards that are normally in this. Draw from the battle bus. In this game, you don't have to start on go. Instead, at the beginning of the game, players take turns placing their character anywhere on the board. Makes it easier for everyone to spread out and try to avoid getting attacked early. Which means if we don't all want to start on the go space, we don't have to. Which is another really interesting change, because usually with Monopoly, you always start on the go space. Heck, even in the Sonic the Hedgehog version, you have to start on the go space, so... This one, it's literally like you're dropping from the battle bus. You just pick a location. Obviously, you can't land on a flip or a not community chest, or a loot chest right away. But you can land on whatever one of these territories you want. That is very, very interesting. But then, after you figure out where to land, everyone goes the same direction. And then you have an action die. This is a carryover from Sonic the Hedgehog Monopoly Gamer. Roll this along with the numbered die. On your turn, you'll move and you'll activate an action such as targeting one or more players, collecting HP, or drawing a game mode card. You may also move first, then activate the action, or vice versa. Also, if you have any loot chest items, you may be able to modify your action or perform additional actions. Yeah, it's complicated. I'll just put it that way, it's complicated. A game mode deck. You'll draw from this deck every time you pass go, or roll the Storm Surge symbol on the action die. That's the purple one that's pictured right there. Some of these cards tell you which board you must cover with the storm, while other cards tell you to do things like move to a different space or flip up over to 2 island tiles. Like, for example, if they get the Storm Surge, then that means during the Storm Surge, when they pick what territory they want to mark with the storm, or what the game mode tells them to do, they have to flip the card over like this. That means now it's in storm, and that means that whoever lands on there has to pay 2 to the bank because it's under storm. And just like in the game, when you're in storm, you take damage. Like, they really thought this through. It's actually really interesting. But yeah, that's all the differences from normal Monopoly. Outside of that, it's pretty much you play it the same way. Make your way around the board, claiming locations, flipping tiles, battling opponents, and avoiding any hazards. The last player standing when all other players run out of HP wins. So, just like in the real Battle Royale, when you play the actual Fortnite, it's all about who's the last person standing. And there's no team option here. It's literally just last person standing. So, usually the game ends when either all the properties are claimed, or, one player goes bankrupt. But with this game, it keeps going and going until there's only one player left. So, very interesting. And then these are the things you can do on your turn. Roll both dice and do the following of any order. Move your character clockwise the number of spaces shown on the board, shown on the die that you roll. Where'd you land? Carry out the rolls of that board space section. Carry out the action on the action die. At the end of your turn, if you passed or landed on go, flip over the top game mode card, see game mode cards storm. At any time on your turns, you may offer to trade locations and or loot chest items with other players. So, just like you can make deals in Monopoly to get money or property from another player, you can do the same here with loadouts and locations. So, that's the basic gist. And then pretty much whoever, it just keeps going and going until there's only one player left standing, and the player that's left standing wins. It's a lot easier than counting money at the end of the game, let me tell you. But, yeah, that's pretty much the basic idea. It's very intricate. It is very well thought out. It is definitely more complex than normal Monopoly, but I don't think it's to the point of alienating people that have played this game for who knows how long. So, yeah. That's really about all I can say with certainty, because like I said, I have yet to play around. I'm probably just going to go ahead and play around right now as soon as I end this video, but that pretty much concludes the unboxing. I'm actually really impressed with this. For $25, you get all this, plus not to mention, don't forget, you also get an in-game cosmetic that you can redeem for your locker, so that's pretty cool. So, yeah, I think Monopoly did a really good job translating Fortnite into a board game like this. I think the flip tile thing is a really cool idea that I hope many more versions of Monopoly use up to this extent. And from what I can tell anyway, it looks pretty fun. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play around to this now. Yes, I'm playing by myself. It's not the first time I've played so many board games by myself in my life. It's not even funny. So, yep, that's going to do it for this video. Like I said, unboxing, not a review. So we're just going to end it right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this video or this product in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time when we return to the Has-Been Hotel content. So, until then, thanks for watching. Peace. Or whatever Fortnite slang you want to throw around. See you next time.